Welcome back to I Am Living. You're here chilling with the mystic from the hood. And today's video is about loving yourself. Self-love is the best love. But before we get started, let me put on my sunglasses because that light on these contact lenses is a lot for me to bear. So we're going to start like this. You're going to ask yourself two questions. The first question is, what do I need to do to show myself love? Let that ponder. You might not even have the answer for that today. You might have to think about it for a day or two or a week, depending on where your mind process is in life. That's the first question. It is, what do I need to do to show myself love? Okay? And the second question you're going to ask yourself is, what are the challenges to give myself love consistently, on a consistent basis? Meaning, what are my obstacles? What's going on in my head? What did they do? What's going on to keep me from giving myself love on a consistent basis? Once you've answered those two questions, and only after you've answered those two questions, then you can start game planning. And this is the fun part, because this is all about you. No one else but you. Now you're going to have to find out what actually makes you happy. It's going to be different for men than it is for women. And that's okay. We shouldn't all want the same things to make us happy and fulfilled, because it is the infinite web of entanglement. It's how we exist, that we call the matrix. So in the grand scope of things, my mission could be completely different than your mission, but they are both completely necessary. For example, the ways that I give myself love is that I have a morning routine. And you're like, Mystic, what does a morning routine have to do with loving yourself? For me, I need to have alone time before I move into the world. For myself, I need to have exercise, and I need to have some form of grounding. All of this before I even think about going to work or doing something for anyone else. There are infinite forms of self-love depending on what it is that you like. Relaxing could be a form of self-love for someone who's always on the go, always busy. Speaking for men in general, discipline is a form of self-love, because underneath the umbrella of discipline, there are many different things that a man can put into place that are going to make him happy, fulfilled, rewarded, and keep his growth mindset. Of course, it's above my pay grade to speak for women, so I won't even disrespect and do that. But I do have a mom, sisters, daughter, and I have been married for over 20 years. So what I can say is that women have their own language, and it is up to us males to learn what that is. And each one of them is different. Approaching 50 years old in the next month or so, what used to be important to me 10, 15, 20 years ago is not as important to me now. Now other things have taken precedent over those things. Like, for example, thinking about the next 20 years of my life and actually taking action on those things now, because it's all cumulative. It catches up with you real fast. So you can see, for me, a form of self-love is making sure that I do those things on a daily basis that are going to give me a chance within the next 20 years of living the life I was born to live. It takes many years to develop and become, and then sometimes you have to become again and again and again. Life is not linear when it comes to growth. There's ups and downs and vicissitudes and all kind of shit that goes on. If you get this book right here, Runway to Ascension, you'll see the person that I used to be 30 years ago, and it's nowhere close to the person I am today. And you probably can say the same thing, but you got to give yourself a chance by loving yourself. Self-love is the best love. And there's only one reason I'm sharing this with you. I love living. And I am living.